everybody. Today I am all dressed in black again because I am reviewing City of Ashes, the second book in the Mortal Instruments series. I have my Steel Stella, however you pronounce it, with me today, and we are going to be jumping into this book and discussing and our feels and everything like that. Thank you for joining me today. I am Tiffany, and so we are going to jump into this pretty quickly. City of Ashes was great, just to let you know. I probably liked it better than the first book, and if you haven't read this series, you need to. I was late on that, okay? I waited way too long to read this series, so I'm guilty of that. But I have read the first two books now. I have the third. Don't know when I'll be getting to it because I have a bunch of other stuff going on, but I've at least read the first two. So go do that, okay? Because it's a really great series. City of Ashes, since it is the second book in the series, there's not really a whole lot I can tell you without spoiling for people who haven't read it yet. The best synopsis I can give you is I can tell you it got a 4.22 on Goodreads, so it beat the first one. I agree with that. It was better than the first one. And I would just say overall it has a bit of a darker tone compared to the first one. The first one has a lot more comedic elements to it. Not that this doesn't. This has its comedic elements to it, but it definitely has a whole lot of a darker tone as they're trying to work out with a lot of the problems that were set up in the first book. That's the best I can really give you if you have not seen this yet. It still follows Clary and her adventures. It's a great second book, I feel like. If you haven't read this series yet, I know that I enjoyed really these first two books, but a lot of people say that you should really get to at least the third book, and then if you're not really hooked, I'd suggest probably you stop. I've read the first two and I've really enjoyed them. I would say probably not go in with like super duper high, this is gonna be an amazing series. It is, but you know, because my lowered expectations really helped me enjoy this book more. There are certain things here and there that might be a little bit predictable and stuff like that, but overall it's a really fun and entertaining book. Give it a shot, read through at least the third book. I'm already hooked, so I know I'm gonna finish this series, but if you haven't, read the first two, come back and watch this video, and then read the third one, and then hopefully you will continue the rest of the series like me. And then we can go on a long journey and adventure together. If you haven't read this, you should probably get going now because I'm gonna spoil you. People who've read the first book, I can't really say that much again because I want to really jump into a whole bunch of stuff. But you do meet a whole lot of new characters in this book, which is really, really nice. And it's a really great continuation. Again, a little bit darker, but still really great. And overall, I liked this one better than the first one. If you haven't read this series at all, or if you've read the first book, I suggest you leave now because I'm going to hop right into spoilers. Sorry there isn't a bigger non-spoilery section, but there's not much I can do when it's the second in a series. So go read it. Then you can come back and we can talk and feel and rant to our heart's content. Alright, bye non-spoilery people. Go away. I don't know the rune for that, but go away. Love you though. Okay, so City of Ashes. So the first thing I want to talk about, I guess, is the new characters that are introduced. A big main character I think that's introduced, or she's going to become bigger, is Maya. Maya is a werewolf and she's part of Luke's pack. I really liked Maya. I was imagining her as Naya Rivera from Glee, but Naya Rivera seems like she could play that character pretty well for some reason, even though she's older than the age of Maya, but still, I really liked Maya. I feel like she's really going to become a kick-butt character. She's already pretty tough and has a really sad and interesting past. I'm excited because I feel like that's going to come into play more, and I just feel like she's going to be awesome in Rocket. And I really liked her and Simon, like, interaction because I like those two together. I'm sorry to Clary, but no, it's just awkward with Simon. Move on. I want Simon and Maya, and I think Simon admits that he likes her in the end or something like that, so I'm excited because I feel like that's going to develop too, so I'm super duper excited for that. We also met Maris, who is Maris Lightwood, who is Alec and Isabel's mother, and the little brother Max. We met Max too, and Maris, I was like, I didn't know how to feel about her. At first I really didn't like her because she was throwing Jace out and everything. But you find out a lot of the stuff she does is actually to protect Jace because she really cares about him. She ended up becoming someone I liked in the end, but I'm still kind of like, you were kind of a jerk for a good majority of the book. You didn't really listen, and it's kind of your fault. The Inquisitor and everything came, sort of-ish. You need to make amends. You need to make amends to Jace, okay? Okay. We also met the Inquisitor, who is my least favorite character because she was annoying. Next to Valentine. Valentine's pretty bad, but Valentine's an interesting villain. She's just plain annoying and is supposed to redeem herself. Everything she did to Jace made me so mad. She put him in that silent city and I was like, no, don't leave Jace there. And then Valentine came in and destroyed all of that and I was like, this is the Inquisitor's fault. Almost everything perilous that happens to Jace is her fault. She puts him in that weird cage thing. She made me mad. And when she died, I was not that sad, really. She got a little redemption. She saved Jace. Thank God. But no, I don't like her. And I'm kind of glad she's not going to be in the rest of the books, because I did not like that at all. So a lot of big developments happen in this book, especially with Jace and Clary. We have their whole awkward love thing going on. Not really sure. I don't know how to feel, because I'm like, they were so cute until you find out they're brother and sister, and then you're kind of like, you kind of want them together, but then you're like, this is kind of gross because they're brother and sister. Especially since it really seems like the love triangle was going to be between Jace and Simon and Clary, and I'm like, I don't like this. I liked Jace and Clary, and I was rooting for that until I found out they were brother and sister, and it's not that I'm necessarily hating it now, but it's just awkward. But then when she's with Simon, it doesn't work. Sorry, no, get rid of that now. I think it's really just going to focus on the struggle between Jace and Clary and trying to come to terms with everything, but other than that, I'm not really sure, unless another guy comes in, unless it's like Raphael. No, it's not going to be Raphael. But unless another guy comes in randomly and is like, Clary, I love you, and then there's that love triangle, then I think it's really just going to be about the struggle between Jace and Clary and their love for each other that they should not have. So, that's fun. Yeah, no. There were just a whole lot of awkward moments with that I didn't really know. Like the fairies. The fairies made me mad again. Ugh, gosh, the fairies are creepy. When she was describing them, like they have like these black pupils, and I was just, no, I don't like fairies in this book. I don't. They are sneaky, and the queen made them kiss. And I felt so bad because you know that they secretly want that, but they're not admitting it to each other. Simon's right there, and as much as I don't like Simon and Clary together, Simon I feel really bad for because he does really care for Clary, and they are kind of a couple at that point. I mean, they've made out and stuff, so yeah, they're a couple. All of a sudden, the queen is giving them what they most desire, which is to kiss each other, and I just felt so bad, and it was so awkward, and I was like, oh gosh. But we also find out with Clary and Jace that they have some type of, I'm not sure what it is. They were experimented on when they were young, so they have enhanced powers. Like, I love Clary's power. She can create new runes. That was amazing to me. You go, Clary, because Clary's been bugging me, because mainly when she fights, she screams like a little girl, even though she is, but she screams at the top of her lungs, and then everybody's like, Clary, and go off and save her. I'm sorry, I need my protagonist female to not do that 24/7. So I did appreciate her having this power, and she really did start coming to be braver and doing more stuff, so that was really good, instead of just standing there and shrieking like a banshee. That was not fun. That was not fun. I'm sorry. I felt bad for Jace and everybody having to save her over and over again because she would just stand there. And then she would request that she came along on every single thing when they would be like, no, you just kind of stand there and scream. There was improvement from her, at least in this book, from the first book, because in the first book, because she was dealing with everything, she was very annoying in a sense of she couldn't do anything. And this, now with the rune's power, especially at the end, she really came into her own, I feel like, and she's going to be really kick butt, especially with this power. Jace, I'm not really sure what his thing is, because I'm trying to figure it out. The Fairy Queen won't tell, Valentine won't tell, and then the Inquisitor dies right before she's going to tell him. It's so frustrating. I don't know what's in his blood, but he can apparently jump extremely high. I don't know, but it's very interesting. Simon. Okay. Simon, he kind of annoyed me in this book. I mean, I still like Simon, but he just made really stupid decisions throughout this book. I called in my mind, though, that he was going to be a vampire. He bit, like, Raphael, and I was like, oh, he's probably going to become a vampire. And then there were just hints dropped everywhere. He cringed at the vampire movie and everything like that, and I was like, oh, he's going to become one. I was waiting for that to happen, but I didn't realize how stupid he was going to be about it. He decided to go back to that vampire place and try and get them to reverse it. Are you kidding me, Simon? Did you not learn when you were a rat? If you trespass, they're gonna kill you. And they pretty much did, and they transformed him into a vampire, and Clary blames herself and all of that. Clary stopped. Simon made that stupid decision to go there, okay? That was the only time I really felt bad because Clary really blames herself for everything that happens to Simon because she kind of dragged him into it, she feels like. And I just want to scream at her that it's okay and it's his fault and she shouldn't have to worry about that. I did appreciate Raphael helping out with that at least. I'm not really sure what part Raphael is going to play yet. I'm really interested. I know he's going to get bigger, but I'm not really sure. Alec and Magnus Bane. They were so cute, and it was adorable. I mean, they really admitted they were a couple kind of towards the end, but they were like secret about it, and it was so fun. And when Alec had the Fearless rune on him, and he almost admitted to his parents that he was gay, that cracked me up so badly. I love Alec, and I love that he's found Magnus now, and I really hope their love just stays and grows more, because I know I always felt bad because Alec's kind of in love with Jace and Jace doesn't understand that. Alec, be with Magnus Bane. Be with him forever and ever and ever and ever. Please. Luke finally admits that he's in love with Jocelyn Frey, and I'm like, thank you. Thank you. I've been waiting for that because it's obvious that he's in love with her. And it's not like a big surprise when he says it. I think it's just the satisfaction of he finally admitted it. He finally admitted it. That's all really everybody wanted to hear was him say, I love Jocelyn Frey and want to be with her and all of that. And I really hope, because it seems like she might wake up, I don't know, that mysterious Madeline person can wake her up. So I'm waiting for that as well. Oh, I'm super excited. Everything's like super exciting. I did feel really bad for Clary at the end because just she's in such a bad predicament with like her little love triangle thing. So she's with Simon, she's hanging out with him, and Simon can apparently be in the sun now, which is really interesting. And then he's like, I don't think we should be a couple, and she's really sad about it. Well, sort of. And then she's talking with Luke about her mom, and then she says, take me to the Institute. And you know she's gonna tell Jace, I don't care if we're brother and sister, we're gonna be together. And you're kind of excited because if you like Jace, if you don't, it's horrible. You get there, and he goes, I realized that it pushed you so much, and I'm just from now on, I'm gonna be your brother because that's what you want, right? And he looks so hopeful that Clary's just like, yeah. No! Guys! So she kind of lost both guys. I mean, one was her brother, but still, I felt really bad for her at the end. This is not working out for Clary right now, okay? Her mom's in a coma, her kind of boyfriend broke up with her, and the guy she's in love with is her brother, and now he's just saying he wants to be her brother. And it's just, it's a bad predicament for her, and I feel really bad for her. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was Simon's thing with the sun. There's probably some of you out here who know exactly what in the world is going on, why he can do that, but I really feel like it has something to do with Jace, and I could be completely wrong, and you guys can be laughing at me, but I do really feel like that it has something to do with Jace. Jace allowed Simon to feed on him so that he can actually wake up and not die. And then Simon is able to stay in the sun, and Jace was experimented on and everything. So I feel like that has something to do with it, that by him drinking Jace's blood, he's able to be out in the sunlight. And I could be completely wrong, but I feel like it has something to do with that Jace was the one who let him drink his blood. I'm not really sure exactly what's going to happen with that, but I hope to see if a theory is right, because my theories are usually never, ever, ever right. And with this, I have no idea where it's going. I'm excited. Overall, this book was just a really great book. It kept me, like, panicked the whole time. Like, with that last battle on the ship with Alec and Simon, when they mentioned he was dead, I didn't think he was dead because, well, even when it said they slit his throat, I still didn't believe he was dead, because there's no way he's not in the rest of the books. Simon can't be dead, but I was still panicking because they weren't going back to Simon. That was freaking me out. And then Alec, I don't know if he lasts throughout this entire thing. He's kind of a side character. Side characters can still be killed and everything. He went over the ship, and I was like, no. He has stuff to do with Magnus still. That he can't be done, but I was panicking between Simon and Alec that whole entire time because I thought one of them was dead, and then they ended up both being okay, and I breathed a sigh of relief. But oh my gosh, that battle scared me so badly. Valentine is horrible, and Simon really should have been dead, and Alec probably should have been dead too. Overall, it was a really great book. I had a whole lot of fun with this book. It was darker, but it set up a lot of great stuff, and I can't wait to see what happens in the third, because especially since her mom might wake up, I'm really excited and really hoping for that. Thank you so much for watching this today. I had a whole lot of fun with it. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I realize I haven't done this in a while. My Instagram is Living the Stage Life XOTIFF. I'll leave it, hopefully it will scroll here, and then I'll leave it in the description. But anyways, thank you so much for watching today. This book was great. Go read the series, please, and then enjoy it and talk about it with me. If you have any other book suggestions or movie suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. I love to hear suggestions, and I will definitely check them out. Do that. It's fun for me. Alright, anyways, thank you so much. Have a wonderful, 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 fabulous day, nighttime, whatever day it is, and be awesome. Alright, bye.